5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, everyone.
Well.
We're back from our hiatus. Welcome back to Al's last podcast.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what he was saying when he was setting all this shit
I got
up.
promoted. So Tucker Carlson, you're an audio video guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to moving to New York.
Oh, sweet.
Next week.
So you're going to get a tent and live with everybody else in New York?
Yeah, in the subway.
You know, that's cool.
Along with the other homeless.
So you started doing fentanyl too?
Yeah, maybe
Cool.
I get choked out or something. I don't know.
Right on. No, you
Are you
play,
gonna like
play basketball in the streets with the immigrants. So that's all cool. You move into the hotels that they're moving the veterans out of.
Yeah.
For the immigrants,
You know, because
right?
the migrants deserved it.
Who's going to take care of the animals if they take all the veterans out of there?
right? Think of all those.
I think you're thinking
lonely,
of veterinary.
uncared for dogs and cats.
I always get confused on that.
Yeah, that's not
That's
hard to
crazy.
do. Anyway, I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
I'm leaving.
That's my line. I'm Nick.
Brent.
And this is the
He's Brent.
nothing
Al's last podcast.
nothing good comes out of this podcast.
Okay, cool. So what do you guys want to talk about first?
How's your week? It's been a while.
My week's always been good.
Been a while. You guys been on vacation. It's been a while. We had to postpone the podcast for a few weeks.
I hurt my shoulder in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, that's what
Quit my
happened.
job.
Again.
That's what
the
you call
floor
it?
when the other fighters
Again.
were
I'm
done?
thinking I'm just not made for this sport.
Jiu-jitsu. Was it from rolling?
Yeah, I rolled on my right shoulder. It must not have been healed enough.
He was sleeping when he rolled on his right shoulder. He tried to say it's jujitsu.
Yeah.
He was like,
You fell off the bed.
True story.
He just rolled over.
No, I didn't injure it again. I'm just too fat to roll. I can't crunch up in that tight of a ball. So
They had the.
He rolls
coolest-
halfway and the belly stops him.
exactly. Well, Al tried it here the other week, and he had a hard time rolling all the way
Well,
around.
I
He says, I don't want to like roll into your wall
I mean, I
and
can, but
break your house.
I don't know what my feet's gonna end up. It could be in their closet.
You have plenty of clearance. You had another 8 feet of.
I can
feet.
do it. I'd rather do it like in the backyard or something.
No, that would hurt.
Let's go. Let's
On the
go.
cement
We
pad.
could go do it on the basketball pad.
Yeah,
My
That's
regulation size half court.
that's the one I want to do it on.
Yeah. Now, so I started watching another series on Netflix. It's called Beef. You guys heard of this?
I've
Asian-
seen it. I
Seen
haven't
the
watched it
trailers.
yet.
Asian cast.
I haven't seen this show.
It's like an all Asian cast doing unspeakable Asian on Asian hatred
Yeah.
to one another. I'm like, dude, like black people, white people, Mexican people act like this. Asians don't. So the whole thing starts from sort of a road rage incident. And I'm like, Asians don't even do that. They're just like, I suck. I don't know what to tell you. I suck at driving. You know, and then it's
Yes, I made
over.
a
It's
left-hand
squashed.
turn from 2
There's
lanes
no,
over.
they don't have these long-held grudges and, I'm going to get them back. And then, like, every other nationality does that. Asians don't do that. So the guy, one of the main characters, played Glenn in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And after watching about 4 episodes of this series, I haven't watched the whole thing. You know, I'm really glad that Negan beat the shit out of him. So with Lucille, I'm happy that happened now. So anyway,
Excruciating act work. Or?
well, just if you really think it's worth it, and I guess one of the female characters, she's a comedian. I think I've seen some of her stand-up bits, and I'm
Ali
not.
Wong.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not.
Is it Ali
I'm
Wong?
not. Yeah, I think so. I'm not
Maybe
crazy
Cobra.
about her stand-up, but whatever.
Well,
To each his own. Maybe you'll watch it and you'll like it. I don't know. Watch it. Put a comment below. But that's my latest movie / TV
Big Trouble
show
in Little
review.
China is Asian as I go. That's it.
Just the whole time I watch it, I go like,
Not the Last Dragon.
I have an Asian friend.
There really
They
wasn't
don't
that
do
many
this.
Asians in that.
I know, but that's what I mean.
That's
It's just, they have martial arts in there. That's about it.
Were there extras?
What would
that are
Jack Burton
Asian?
do at a time like this? Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah, I don't know. Watch it and you tell me. You tell me what you think. I just think like we've got Al. He's my token Asian friend. He doesn't do crap like that.
You
So-
don't know. You don't know what it. But,
Right.
yeah.
Well, you're good
Yeah,
at
we've seen all
covering it
the
up.
dash cam
This guy
footage.
sits there and he goes and does crappy things to people, and he's just like, "I'm a good person," and I'm like, "No, you're not. You're an ass, dude." So,
We talk about this in our Asian meetings every week when we get together to plan.
oh, how do you keep this under?
Pearl Harbor #2?
Yeah.
We're planning this.
You keep this as quiet as a flat
Exactly.
Earth theory. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys have any personalized headgear like the white people do in their meetings?
You mean helmets and drool cups? What are you
No,
trying to say?
we try to be low key. No.
It's those Raiden hats, those big.
Yeah, the wok, the upside down wok dishes.
I don't even know what those are called. What are those?
Whatever, rice patty hats. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what I assume. That when you think
Yeah,
of
so we
rice
just
patty
wear-
hats, that's what you're going to think
Right.
of. Someone says rice.
We just
patty
wear
hat.
that, and you white people are like, oh, they're just Asian. So they, yeah.
It's like whenever I walk around with a sombrero and a mustache, people are like, yeah, he's just Mexican.
He's just looking for a day work. Don't worry, just leave him alone.
Yeah,
He just got here.
exactly. So, anyway, yeah, TV series review. That's it.
All right.
So I think we should bring up the most inappropriate thing we can bring up. So on our text messages this week,
Why wait?
I don't think Nick was involved in this one. So the question was going around. I'll give Nick a chance to talk first.
Oh yeah.
Would you rather do
Oh man.
10 dicks one time each or one dick 10 times each?
When you say "do," what do you mean?
like suck. Okay, let's just say suck.
Okay, suck.
Suck
Bailey.
one dick
So-
10 times or 10 dicks one time?
But the 10 dicks, can they be all at the same time? Just to get it
No,
over
you
with.
no.
If they're all the Justin size, yeah, you probably could do that.
No, yeah, you could.
Because I'm a busy
Except for
man.
you'd have really fat guys standing really close to you, and they wouldn't all fit there
That's true.
that
Then
close to you.
You gotta,
It'd be like a fucking Vienna sausage can, like that.
there's like 10 sausages.
Yeah, but you're gonna
in
have
there.
puncture wounds on your lip.
Oh, a bunch of Vietnamese guys. Maybe. I think I could. No, because time is important.
It's like when you pull
I'm
the
a busy
box
man.
off of the straws, working
Yeah.
in food service.
Oh yeah. So did you? I think you owe us an answer, Nick.
I don't know.
There's no wrong
yeah.
answer here.
no, there
What
is.
Nick is, what,
Every single
all
answer
wrong.
is wrong.
Nick is
Every
thinking,
answer is wrong
really?
because it put us in a mind
Well, and
space where
Brent,
we
you didn't
actually
answer
thought
either.
about
You're
it.
just like, I'm not looking for. A
Nick is like,
relationship
there's
right
no
now.
bad answer here. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. Either
They're
one.
all good
one.
answers.
I'm good with
One,
either.
10 times, as close together as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Because I'm looking for
Maybe
the
10 at
diminishing
once,
returns
yeah.
to kick in.
I don't know.
No, they're not at once.
No.
Can't be at once. You
It's
just.
not like
Let's
a big
say
book.
let's
Back
say
to
like
back to
one a
back.
day for 10 days.
No, because if it's 10 times, you can't do it all at once.
So if you do the 1 10 times, can you be over in that night?
no,
No,
let's just say
there's
once a
nobody
day.
that- it's
once a
gonna-
day.
it's gonna have to happen
sessions.
over a few
I just
days.
know that if
It's
you
a full
pick
capacity. Each session is
if you
full
pick
volume, is
one
what I'm hearing.
10 times,
That's what I was concerned.
I consider you gay at that point because that's like a level of commitment to a
I
guy.
like variety, so
That's what I
I'll
was
have to go with the 10.
I disagree with that statement, Justin. But anyway, what are you
10.
saying now?
Oh, so sucking 10 different dicks means you're straight still, right? According to Justin's theory.
No, see, I think that both scenarios
Yeah,
can lead to
so-
you being gay. It's just, are you the
I-
slutty kind of gay or the committed
disagree.
kind of
I
gay?
think-
I like the variety.
I think if you're getting 10 different ones, you're still sampling and you haven't decided yet. If you honed in on one, you're like, I like
if
that.
I'm gonna suck
No,
dick,
you're not
I wanna
honing
get,
in.
I want to be good at
You're
it. So
being
I want
issued
a variety.
10 times.
I want
You're
the
not-
variety of penises, so I can be like, oh, I know how to handle the small ones. I know how to handle the big ones, the crooked ones.
You're like, I already know how to handle the small ones.
But I mean, if you go with the 10 times, you can get you've got a good base for a survey in case you ever want to do a career
Exactly.
change. Like what
Exactly.
techniques work the best.
Exactly. You all lose
That's
your
what I
job
was trying to
tomorrow.
say with
I'll
that.
be like, hey,
Dude, I'm set.
I'll be
mean,
set.
if you
I
got-
took the 10 one time.
Yeah, but on the spectrum of percentage of chance to get a venereal disease,
Yeah, you're.
Well, monkeypox written all over this fucking question.
yeah,
It doesn't matter.
You're rolling the dice with 10 different ones. That's all I'm saying.
You're rolling the dice with one different
You
one.
are,
with
but at
one
least
single
your
one.
your
don't
odds are.
know.
It's either in
You
this
don't know
one
what that
or it's not at all.
I mean, if my choice is like, here, drink these 10 shitty beers, each one of which you will hate, or pick one and just drink that one 10 times, I'm kind of ambivalent, but even then I still lean kind of towards the like, just give me one and I'll get through.
Gay. I knew it. I knew it.
It's not a choice, man.
Drink that beer, Brent.
Gok Gok 3000.
What did Nick say? What was your
That was a
answer?
challenging question, but yeah,
That's
there's a lot of things. There's a lot more to consider than you realize. That's
in
the
the
problem.
I feel like
When
I'm
I've done
building
this.
some muscles up after getting that apnea device put in.
Band camp, the way I handle
Going back
this
to my
situation.
college days.
Back at the petting zoo.
When I was a choir boy.
Altar boy.
So let's go around the table. 1 or 10?
I'll go with the variety, man.
10?
I'm doing the single pack.
10?
Just one.
I'm doing the
1 10 times?
I'm doing
so.
the one, yeah.
1 10 times? 1 10 times? I think I'm doing 1 10 times too.
Yeah, it's
One
gay.
10 times. So
Gay.
who's the gayest out of all of us? Probably that guy.
Oh,
Well,
what the
Did you turn it down 4 clicks?
yeah.
All right, I'll turn.
Well,
it
let's
down
just say there's a start here. There's 4 of us.
All right. Let's get halfway done.
And the dog, too.
Man, I'm getting a
Didn't say it
migraine.
had to be all
I might have to Uber out of here.
I'll walk home.
I'm not confident he can mind his teeth.
From the mind of Justin, ladies and gentlemen. That's where that one came
I actually
from.
saw that on
Trivial
Instagram.
question.
I bet. Yeah.
What kind of Instagram do you follow, bro?
You don't
Oh,
wanna
crap
know.
like that come up on Instagram.
It's just hot
You
chicks,
know, it's
that's
just
all.
like the phone's listening all the time. It just knows what to send your way. It's weird.
Quick, more hot cock.
Well, how did you find this picture of this pizza guy? I mean, that was fucked up.
That was
I don't want
hilarious.
to know how you find it, actually, but
It was already in the history.
It's the cockeroni pizza.
God.
It's
You know how when you surf porn long enough, it just leads you down darker and darker paths? That's pretty much how he found
You
it.
put in Italian porn.
You start getting desensitized, right? You go from the
Pepperoni
vanilla-
pizza and gay porn, and then that's what came up.
I was like, I want Nick to show up. Let me post this picture. That he's all intrigued. He's like, oh, pizza.
Well, it's like those. It's like
Maybe
those
I'll
pictures
show up.
of the porn where they do like they draw in like they're playing like a flute or they're friggin'
No,
doing other dumb
all he
shit.
had to do was like check his text from his mom and was like, "Where's that?"
You mean
picture
that
she
was
sent me about
pornography in
How gay
that?
he thinks I am.
In that picture? There was pornography in that?
I didn't see
No,
it.
they were just a bunch of guys that
bunch of
really
pizza.
like
They were
pizza.
eating pizza.
off another man's waist.
They do that with sushi off a woman's body. They
no
serve
penetration.
sushi off
the
of that.
pictures.
So
Body shots, you gotta remember body
why
shots.
Not, why not pizza off of another person's body? What's wrong with that, Justin? What's wrong with that?
I like it straight.
Have you ever done that
chaser.
out the
Body
sushi
floss.
off the
Sounds
dude's
really
body before?
disgusting.
No.
The gay sushi party?
Yeah.
You've never done that?
No, I thought I was, but finally this guy was just passed out on the bar.
a guy
and I was
that
trying to grab
identified
that
as a
one
woman.
roll with my chopsticks. Then when he came to, he just punched me in the face.
Look, all my egg roll.
You're like, you said you identified as a woman.
Like, let me get that eel.
Where's this going?
I don't know.
All right, M&M's with or without the
This
peanuts?
is our celebration podcast. We're celebrating and honoring.
So was that
M&M's with or without the penis?
the peanuts?
That's what I said.
I like the peanuts.
Yeah,
Because I'll just eat the
two
chocolate.
fun-sized bags about it, but you know what would have been more fun than those 2 fun-sized bags?
But
A regular-sized bag. There's nothing fun about those
Yeah.
mini bags. I think
Fun
I've said that
size.
before.
fun size, that's what I call mine.
Well, it's so cute. What, honey? It's fun size.
Fun size. Fun for me. No, I got to go with the peanuts. Because that way, like,
What about the peanut butter ones?
no, so I'll have like a jar of peanuts after. And then I can eat the peanuts.
You're one of those.
What if you're at Mike's
You're
and
one of
his
those
jar of
coconut
peanuts?
Oh, that's
guys,
so-
aren't you?
Mike actually ate all the candy and all that from around the peanuts and then put them inside the jar, and then you're just eating the peanuts.
Who hasn't
fine.
done that?
As long as he shares, that's fine.
So I have been. Nick probably remembers this. Since my days of working night shift, same time as Nick, I have been saving my toenail clippings.
Oh my god, yes.
You remember that?
Have you still been doing that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it's still, I'm only like, it was in a 20-ounce like Pepsi bottle I was saving them in, and I'm still like only like that far up it.
What?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Dude, it's,
How many years has that been? It's been
I don't know, but toenails I think shrink up after a while.
maybe.
I go get it.
maybe so.
What you gonna do with it?
So eat them.
Sprinkle
Dude,
it on
I'm going to
pizza.
keep filling the bottle up.
Eat them live.
Sprinkle it on pizza.
I'm going to sell them on eBay.
Parmesan cheese. It's like, oh yeah, it smells like. What is this? Oh, it's Parmesan.
In-law Parmesan.
I'm going to sell them on eBay.
fresh-
For the
Graded.
family you don't want. Just
Well, no, it was night shift toenail clippers at the desk, and I'd wear flip flops when I wasn't in the fab. And I'm like, dude, I'm clipping my freaking toenails. I clip them right there at work.
I like to do it at the dinner table. Cut my nails.
Yeah.
Everyone's eating.
I usually
just
do it in
make sure that
restaurants.
it's close to
like
like a big bowl of rice.
Flying into everyone's fucking
Well,
plate.
I'm gonna see if there's a market for this. I'm
Catching
going to
it,
eBay right
scratching the
now.
corner.
Just sell them individually as fossilized foreskins.
That might work.
Yeah.
I'm going to eBay to see if there's a market. So, toe
I'm sure somebody would buy them.
nail.
Petrified wood scrapings from Noah's Ark.
Toenails.
So, you don't know what people might need to use these for. Maybe they want to make sort of a mosaic
Ancient
coffee
medicine
table.
or something. They
Yeah.
grind them
Something.
down in their little.
Yeah, some love potion or some curse. Some
I mean, do they
poison.
have Pika? Are you selling this to people who eat clay?
Toenail clippings, 99 cents.
Brand new, $5 shipping.
Check the sold items. Maybe there's already sold. Probably.
Yeah.
Where do we look for sold in
I think
there?
it's on the left side, all the way somewhere down halfway or whatever.
Mr. eBay.
Right.
I sell my fucking baseball cards on there.
Your pictures of your feet.
That too.
I'm not seeing anywhere. I just figured they would come up here and then be like, "Do you have this same item for sale?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Toenails.
Oh, here's a
500 count.
T-shirt I could
Got
get
it.
that says "I collect toenail clippings."
Oh my god.
It's a vinyl decal sticker, actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna make the T-shirt.
Just get a white tee and a fucking marker.
There's not a lot of market for toenail clippings, but
Depends how hot you are, I guess.
yeah, probably because I mean they sell dirty underwear in Japan, but you got to be a hot chick, or you just got to be advertised as a hot chick.
Yeah, the
So I got
packaging
this
has
thing.
to
It's like a
moderate
size
attractive
6, but it was a big, well, there's not a lot of hogs in Japan anyway, so
I was driving down the road to work.
yeah.
Okay. This is fucked up. So I'm on Platte at, what is it, Murray? Whatever, right there. Anyway, right before you get to Circle.
Oh, and the high class end of town.
Yeah, the fucking ghetto.
Right.
So okay, so
the
this fits perfectly actually. So I'm driving down the road and I see this car come flying off from Academy, up in front of me, and I notice there's these fucking pieces of paper taped all over the back window. I'm like, the fuck is this? I gotta see what it is. I have to read it, right? So I get up close. I'm right in the lane next to him, but I'm just one car behind. And I start looking. It says, "Buy my nudes," and it has all the fucking shit on there to fucking get to it. And I was trying to get a picture, but I didn't want to.
Because you wanted to see that dude's nudes?
Yeah. So, well, my car was videoing, of course. Where's the picture at?
Was it a chick or a dude?
So it was like their Instagram.
It had everything. Yeah, it probably had their fucking MySpace and all that shit.
Was it a dude that looked like a chick?
Number.
I don't know. She had her window up, but this is the car.
Okay, we're gonna have to go there.
See, but you can't read it. But
Let me see.
We're gonna have to go there.
I don't know what the. Oh, it's just the car. I thought it was like a fucking ass crack on the top. It's just the asphalt.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You could put this doesn't have a really visible license plate, so you could put this on Al. It's I like how there's like pieces of paper. It's all 8 by 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper across everywhere except for the lower part, left hand side of the driver's window. So behind the driver's seat. Like where the driver cannot view out of when they look over their shoulder. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Read it, but
Yeah. Al will embed that.
it's pretty good.
You can
Ideas.
embed that.
I'm gonna start printing out shit on my back window.
Well, if you're the freaking, if you're the 10 dicks one time, you're gonna need to start advertising, bro.
10 dicks.
So did you receive them?
Yeah.
It's
a
probably
tranny.
all like pregnancy
It's a tranny.
porn and a tranny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start advertising.
Yeah, if you want to get your side business going, your side hustle with the 10 dicks
10 dicks
one time, you're gonna need to start advertising, bro.
Oh man.
I can accommodate.
Trying to start a new business. Looking for volunteers.
10 dicks one time.
10 dicks, 1 cup. Like, 2 girls, 1 cup.
It's like if you were becoming a hairdresser or something, right? Like you need the volunteer to get your beautician's license or whatever.
Sorry, guys, this is going to be really bad.
So you could actually suck at your job initially.
Literally.
That's how you're starting your business out with the 10 at once.
Yeah.
Or 10 one time.
Become a
I
fluffer.
really suck at my job. Big smiley face.
No, we're all named Richard. That's what it means. It's 10 of us.
Oh my goodness.
So how was your weekend, Al?
Uneventful. How do I say it, Mike? Uneventful? Eventful? Uneventful?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate is correct.
Unfortunate.
Why? What
Got the
happened?
judge's approval.
Nah. I got a lot of shit to do though. I'm working on cars like every week. There's something I got to do on a car.
What's wrong with your car now, Al?
The real brakes
It's got
on
an
the
Asian
4Runner.
driver.
Meanwhile, we've been having torrential rainstorms like all day through the weekends. Oh wait, I forget. You don't have a weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Yours is like partially during the week.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Last Saturday and Sunday sucked.
I blew a seal.
Really? How big is its dick?
Right before you clubbed it? You blew a seal with a club?
Seal walks into a club.
What?
Stop
No, you
clubbing,
blew a seal on a
baby
Tesla,
seals.
dude?
No, on a tractor.
Oh, okay.
It was more fun to
Say that's strange.
You hot rodding it or what?
How'd you get the seal up
What
there?
happened to your Tesla? It blew a head gasket. Blew a battery gasket.
Spun the bearing. My Tesla. I fried the clutch.
My car is really loud. I think it's running okay. It just got really loud for no reason.
I almost ran somebody over today.
Well, that's not hard to do in Colorado Springs. People freaking jaywalk
I should
everywhere.
have fucking recorded it. It was in a parking lot at Safeway.
Imagine that.
I backed out. I was like gonna back out of the spot, and I kind of punched it. It's kind of hard to go slow with it. And the lady's coming with her cart. I'm watching the monitor. I fucking punched it, and she's like, "What?" That was fucking hilarious.
Nice.
Then I ran her over for sure.
You should have said, just think, lady, if you were on your cell phone like everyone else, you wouldn't have even noticed this.
Right?
Exactly.
Join the
So I've got
zombie
that
apocalypse.
people walk out of the store looking at their cell phone and just walk right in.
Straight into the road.
Like, granted,
Yeah.
you do kind of have the right of way because you're
Yeah.
walking in this crosswalk, but that doesn't mean you
idiots.
don't have to look.
I do that when I'm driving. But not walking.
Other drivers piss me off, so I just watch my phone.
Keeps my blood pressure down.
Yeah.
It's calming.
TikTok, YouTube.
Whatever.
You just watch
It's an automatic. So
I
I've got
make
a
TikTok
hand-free
videos
for
while I'm
hands-free.
driving. Yeah.
You just watch Bob Ross paintings and chill out.
You gonna watch that movie?
I guess, yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to. So when does that come out? The Bob Ross movie?
Yeah.
I think it's out already, isn't it?
Yeah,
think it might
I
have
think
been.
Guardians of the Galaxy is probably beating it, which I got to go
sure.
see.
Yeah.
Really
I
need to
liked
see
it.
that. And when
We
does-
gonna
did you
go see
it?
that?
Yeah, we saw it. I liked it. It was good.
It's making good money.
We
It
gonna
must
see
be
that Bert
decent.
Kreischer film?
Nah.
Yeah, The Machine.
Nah.
Well, okay, Al can't go, but the rest of us will go.
No, remember the plan? Don't tell Justin. Remember that plan?
Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't want to see that.
I
That
won't
movie
tell
looks
him.
like it
When are you guys going?
Oh, yeah.
Where will
Well,
we go? I got to make sure I leave 20 minutes before the end of the film.
sucks. Yeah, exactly.
We
Well,
go
I heard
to,
the last 20 minutes of Cocaine Bear sucked anyway. You wouldn't have
we'll
wanted
go to a
see it.
murder mystery and then he'll leave 20 minutes before the and we won't tell him who the killer
Who
is.
done it? Murder mystery.
Like this cocksucker, really? In an escape room this time?
Well, we might have to do something soon. One of us is leaving.
Yeah. So what's the timetable look like on that, Brent?
Around probably the 3rd
3
of June.
o'clock?
Something
Oh.
like
The
that.
3rd of June.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
That doesn't give us a lot of time. Thanks for the heads up,
Holy
friend.
shit. Al, you're gonna be driving really far to bring him every week.
He's got a Honda, dude. It gets
Yeah,
good
it's like a
gas mileage.
4-day trip for the podcast now.
That freaking four-banger Honda gets great gas mileage, though, so he'll be
Yeah.
fine.
My Subaru is the only Asian vehicle that doesn't get good gas mileage.
Now you want to talk about blowing head
The
gaskets. There
only
you
Far
go.
Eastern import.
Did you blow the head gasket in it yet?
Nope.
How many miles you got on it?
10,000.
10. Oh, well,
So
yeah,
did
it
you-
happens at like 35,000.
Would you do
Bought
10,
it.
10 head gaskets one time?
$20 is $20.
We might have to do field trip. Something.
Yeah, we got to do that.
We
got
should
two
all go to
movies
Hawaii
watch
with
now.
you and do it.
But I don't know. Is the machine out yet?
I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah, I think mid-June. I might be
Brent's going to be gone, bro.
so the better.
You can
We
go
might-
pick him up.
There you go.
So we won't have
Everyone
anybody
who goes-
interrupting as they
you
get
won't
up
have
to
anyone
leave.
I
the
know.
video.
in the middle of the film. Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
chewing his popcorn. Fucking annoying.
Let me
man.
look it up. Hold on. Release date.
The machine.
I can't.
Well,
type
we could
this.
pick another.
Yeah.
Well, there's Guardians Volume 3.
We can do a rom com.
No, Guardians Volume 3 is a rom-com.
We can go see that Bob Ross movie.
Bob Ross.
Because you got
Bob Ross.
Star-Lord and you got Gamora.
We can make a movie.
Oh, based off the premise of our
Al's
earlier
good at making
conversation.
this.
I got the GoPro with the head strap right
Nice.
there. Makes it
Around
really-
the waist.
You can see what that. People can see what that.
Actually, it's May 26th.
Oh, really?
That's the release of the machine.
get to
So
see
it's
what that
next week.
10x1 looks like from a real vantage
So we
point.
could make this work as long as you get your whatever moving preparations out of the way to score a couple of hours.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't have much.
we don't have the same days off though.
Are your wife and kids already down there?
No. That's what's made the divorce so much fun.
You're like, well, you guys figure out how to get there. You said that's where you're going to be, so I'm going there.
It's pretty much there's seems to be an unspoken agreement that was entered with me in absentia where I continue to live there until we land in Florida, provided I contribute to the moving operations. So that's what has been going on.
So you're getting screwed.
So complicated.
Beats living out of the car.
But I gotta piss everyone off, Mike. They're all leaving.
I don't know.
I know.
So
I don't even remember the other guy's name, so just know that a week after you're gone.
I'll be the other guy.
We gotta get another blow up.
yeah,
I do have. I keep.
we're behind on
I
this.
forgot to
blow-up
bring
doll
it.
situation.
I do have a Troy doll, but I just need to get some clothes.
Dude, we are gonna have a full just get some stadium seating in the background. We'll start putting all the people who leave the podcast.
Yeah, this guy Al he used to do the audio. Who's that? That's Mike.
That's how
They all look the same, but there's like sticky notes.
Next thing you know, it's just gonna be me and a bunch of blow up dolls.
It's just some unknown name that we don't even know because we're all.
That's how I know I'm getting fired. I come in, something looks just like me when I come in. Like,
Shut up, honey. They're my friends.
it's gonna be Mike
We'll
and
talk about my friends like that.
Mike and 10 blow up dolls. This whole episode's gonna be smoking.
True story. All right, cool.
What about you guys? You guys, interesting week? Any of you?
No,
Yeah. Then I watched Trump kick Caitlin Collins' ass
that
on
was
a
funny.
town hall meeting. That was pretty funny. It's like,
Well-
you're a nasty person. You know that?
Yeah. What was the? I still don't understand the point behind that town hall. Really.
I know exactly the point. You should know it too, dude. Put two and two together. They've already worn out all of his sound bites. They need more sound bites. That's why they
It
asked
is.
4 times if you lose the election again, will you support whoever it is? And all he said is, as long as it's a legit election. But they had to ask the question 4 times because they need 4 different sound bites so they can use it in the future and go, see, Trump refused even back then.
I think two
it's a
things.
twisting of the narrative.
yeah.
They think for some reason, this is what they've talked about. They think they can beat Trump, so they're trying to crown him the winner already. So he's running front. 2, I think they thought they were going to get a I gotcha a little bit. on him.
It seems like they were trying for that.
They
But turn
were
around and now they're
multiple
doing what
times.
they did before, where they're acting like everybody's feelings are hurt, and this is the worst thing afterwards. The apologies and all that.
But
They're making it sound like
Yeah. So supposedly they cut it short 20 minutes because it wasn't going their way.
No, they
16
cut the
After show.
after show
Oh, okay.
20
But
minutes.
did you see the?
But she's this woman. What I never seen a town hall like that. She asks a question,
She's such
and then
a
she
bitch.
decides she's gonna freaking debate him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck are you asking the question for? You don't want his 2 cents?
Yeah.
No, obviously it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know his 2 cents.
They were trying to catch him off guard.
Sound
yeah.
bites is all they're looking for,
But did you see after?
and she was not qualified to be doing that.
No.
I'm sorry. There's
She got put in her place.
no.
She's-
I mean, you can maybe put that what's his name, Anderson, up there, perhaps, and get away with it because he'll keep his cool better and learn. He knows how to manipulate the question a little better, I would think. But
Yeah.
I don't know. What were you going to say, Nick? Sorry.
I was just gonna say after they did the I don't know what they fucking call it, but the interview with all the people that were there to see what they thought about it.
Yeah.
Did you see that? They're like,
Saw
well, what did
parts
you
of it.
think about Trump always going back to 2020 or something? And you're like,
Oh, yeah.
Well, the first thing you asked him was about 2020. What did you expect him to talk about?
If you wanted him to talk about 2024, you should have asked him questions about
It
2024.
was funny that everybody there was just like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Oh, well, what about this where he says he could grab women by the, or what was it? It was something like they asked about the women stuff or the rich. And this woman's like, I really don't, the woman's like, I
Yeah.
really don't care.
Yeah.
This idea that people could come after people for rape at 30 years later, I don't listen to it.
Yeah, that was about that one lady that said he raped her. Whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The 5 minute, the one he never met, right?
Yeah.
He said, I've never met that
Might
one.
have took a picture with her or something that does it.
Yeah.
There's a dog or a cat named Virginia.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was I just think there's got to be a statute of limitations on that. You can't just.
Yeah, I
go
think they
after
said that
someone.
she couldn't even remember
You know
the
what?
date
Trump
or
raped
the
me
year
30
that it
years ago.
happened. How do you not remember the year you were raped?
Oh, I remember every year that I got.
And neither
I
could
got
her
raped.
friend. Couldn't associate an event that happened near that would said, "Oh, I know it was this."
Yeah.
I was like, I remember every year since 1967. There's 68, 69,
The summer of
70s,
'69, the summer of love.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. I don't believe he did anything with that one. Not whatsoever.
Yeah.
But there's no repercussions. So
No,
the
Trump
people that-
Trump raped me, 30 years ago. He was experimenting. Give me a break.
But
He
the
was
people
experimenting with the young kids.
What was the bitch? I mean, the lady's name for Kavanaugh. Remember, he went through the whing,
Oh.
and it was all fake. The whole thing was fake.
Ford, something.
Yeah,
Ford.
Blasey Ford or something.
Blasey Ford. Yeah, she was a freaking moron.
That was all a lie.
Again, you're going 30 years after the fact.
It doesn't matter. Nobody gets charged with anything.
No,
They
I think
lied right there in front
I
of
think
everybody.
if you're going to falsely accuse someone 30 years after the fact and it comes out, there's definitely proof that you're lying, then the law needs to go after you.
Right.
That's wrong. You're intentionally
fraudulent
trying to
testimony.
Yeah, exactly. You're intentionally trying to destroy somebody's life, career, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Livelihood, whatever you want to call it. So, because people
would
do it
think
all
in
the
this
time.
Scenario, like there have been a lot of similarities coming out of Hollywood over the decades. Where
Well,
they
Trump made that
countersue,
clear at his
right?
deposition too, didn't he?
So-
Did you say grab him by the pussy? Well, yeah. Traditionally, that's how it works in Hollywood. Whatever it was he said, I'm like, well, he's not wrong. I mean, come on. So, look, again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I get why people don't like him,
Right.
but show me where he's wrong in his policy.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't. The freaking entire country's doing great when we were under Trump's policy. So we didn't have this, wide open borders and all the crap and the economy crashing and the freaking interest rates going through the roof and the inflation and where do you want me to stop?
Yeah.
You got another 10 minutes? I'll keep going. Give me a break. So anyway, I'll get off that. That's, I guess, as close to Mike's rant as we're going to get. But I've been finding it very entertaining.
Yeah.
That's all.
I stopped being entertained when I realized we were never going to have a candidate worth actually voting for, and it was always going to be the lesser of two evils or whatever it is you subscribe to.
Well,
that's
I thought the
this is
same
best our
way,
country
except
can
in
do.
2016, I voted for Trump because I really thought he could do it because of the way he was talking. I'm like, let's see if this guy puts his money where his mouth is. And sure enough, he did. I mean, he sure as hell tried everything he promised. He didn't let anything just fall by the wayside. I promised that shit
Right.
just to get in office, like Republicans and Democrats tend to traditionally do.
Well, one of my favorite things that
Yeah.
he said was during the debate with Hillary. And he said something like, well, she said, can't ever have somebody like him get in office. And he said, you know why? Because you'd be in jail.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I wish he would have
Yeah.
followed through with, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't really.
Oh, I don't know that he didn't try.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Right.
he did.
But then again, it could be like that's a useful adversary to not put in jail,
Right.
Right.
to
Well,
make
and
him
they're-
look good.
Yeah.
I think they're scary. I think they're one of those families.
Who's that?
I think the Clintons are one
They're
of
I
those.
think the
untouchables,
Clintons. I
yeah.
think the Bushes are too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because that and the Obamas, like these last several dynasties we've had running this country.
And the
Yeah.
Bidens.
Yeah.
When Trump found out about Ukraine, everybody on his team said, "Do not go there.
Yeah.
Do not." Yeah.
Well, and then Biden just runs his administration of what did Trump want to do? Okay, we're going to do the opposite.
Yeah.
That's why he's so successful, right? Or the opposite of successful. It's ridiculous. And why? Well, because that's what Trump wanted to do. It's not because that's what's best for the people. It's because that's what Trump wanted to do, so we want to do the opposite. I'm tired of people running their politics like that. Run for what's best for the people. But unfortunately,
while.
It's been a while until Trump came along. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Trump probably didn't make some sort of benefit for himself, too. He's famous in a whole different way had he never run for president. But he also didn't pull a paycheck from the taxpayers. So we have to keep that in mind.
Supposedly he wasn't even trying to. He really didn't want to be president when he ran in 2016.
I'm sure it was shock value and just to gain popularity as a
Well, they
publicity
said years
stunt.
Put the
past it
idea
was
out there
promotion.
So that it was pollable.
He had another TV show.
Well, it was promotion for his name, his companies, and in
Yeah,
years
it's
past, that's all he
publicity.
used it for.
Right. Yeah. It was different.
But he actually.
But he
won.
won, and he ran the country like a business, and it worked. We don't have people running the country like a business. We have it running the country for their own best interests. That's not the way it was meant to be. And then you want to take guns away from the people? Are you out of your ever-loving mind? You want to talk about that? Some of the recent shootings? The Mexican white supremacists?
Yeah.
Give me a freaking break. What other lunatic narrative can you come up with?
Like that picture with the swastikas, but it's only from the neck down. They never show his face.
Oh, yeah, and those tattoos that look ultra fresh because they're still swollen, like the SS on the arm and that. Give me a freaking break. the hell out of here. There's a narrative there that's not even close to the truth. So, anyway, don't get me wrong. I'm not for kids and people dying. I'm not for mass shootings or whatever. But it's like, I think you pointed this out, Al. It's like, well, when there's somebody going around shooting guns and whatever, if they're not white, then, it's the gun's fault. And if they're white, they're a white supremacist. But then when somebody comes along and a cop does the job of taking them out, the off-duty cop, the cop did a great job. Well, wait a minute. He used a gun to kill the bad guy. So you fail to shed the light on that a good guy with a gun.
Or it's his fault, not the gun's fault.
Yeah, it's the
it's a
person's
really-
fault at that point.
Yeah.
If a cop shoots someone, it's the person's fault. It's the cop's fault, not the gun. It has nothing to do with the gun.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember the term going postal that came up?
Yeah, I remember when we were kids, it was a common thing.
And it's because
What, did it go postal?
all this post office shootings, or disgruntled
Right,
workers,
right.
It going postal. Like we blame the person. The whole
Right.
concept was the person's
They're
something's
broken.
wrong with the person,
Yeah,
but
it's
that
their-
changed.
Yeah, because now we say going to elementary school.
We don't
Nowadays,
say going
yeah.
Bud Light. Or
You know, we don't look at the person anymore, and that's part of the part of the formula, you know, or equation rather.
right, like the whole thing is more convoluted, right? Because
Well,
they
it's
keep
going
it
to be.
focused on gun control because that's where the lobby money is and,
If
and all
they
that
can
other
steer
stuff.
it that
but,
way, yeah.
Right.
like, the guns, it's an inanimate object.
Right.
You know, like if some nut job
Always
is
will be.
using his car to drive into people, you don't blame the car. You don't make it harder for other people to get those cars. And so you're like, hey, this dude is mentally
Well,
unstable.
again,
Let's figure it out.
and they-
Here they don't bother because they know they've already fucked up.
They-
By the time somebody dies to a weapon, that means a bunch of people in that person's life that leading up to and may or maybe not including, but mental health care. That whole there's a system that's failed.
It's a really
And that's the
simple deal,
problem.
dude. And this is not, and I don't want to go too far down
Right,
this road,
right.
but when you push God out of your society, you make more room and more concession for evil to happen and people to be influenced by it. Back in the days when God was more part of our society, this shit didn't happen as often. There was less mental health. We had hospitals and things like that to care for the mental health people who needed mental help. So, I mean, okay, but before, let's say, I don't know, Charles Whitman, right? How many mass shootings were there? Well, guns up to that point were still part of our society. In fact, there's been periods of time in this country where the civilians had access to higher quality guns than the military
Right.
or weaponry.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
Yeah.
Well, introduction of drugs, freaking big pharma. You know you push out God. You do all these things. Take away from the mental hospitals and things of that nature. Well, what else do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I don't
Humans
remember.
alone, left to their own devices, do not go down a path of good.
I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw a stat the other day, and so I can't guarantee that it's true, but that, I don't remember when it was, 50s, whatever, 40s, somewhere, before I was born, the amount of people in mental health institutions was greater than what's going on now.
We look at it differently now. Like we look at it as cruel, putting someone
promote
in a mental.
Fucking promoting
All right.
transgenderism and
Well,
shit.
let me
that's
put it to you this
fucking
how
mental illness.
yeah, exactly, that's part of it, because again when you push, and again I don't want to go too far down this road, but when you push God out of society, everything's acceptable, and then mental shit starts going wrong. What about this subway thing in New York? The Michael Jackson impersonator got choked out by the ex-Marine.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 years ago, if that would have happened, it would be like, oh, good for him. And now it's like, no, that guy's a bad guy. Well, why? Because he kept him in a chokehold? Well, yeah, but he didn't have to kill him. Maybe he didn't know he killed him. How do I know that dude wasn't on drugs?
Yeah, but he put him in the
But he's-
recovery position. His intent wasn't to kill him.
It was immobilization.
And another guy
It
helped
was
him.
to mobilize him, right?
Yeah.
So obviously there was 2 or 3 people that agreed with what he was doing. Because what are you supposed to do? Wait until he quote unquote kills a motherfucker?
He had training. He was just following.
Well, but
training.
I'm saying, like, at what point do you act when the guy's sitting there threatening he's going to kill people?
And he's
or
not
when
a
he actually
doctor.
kills
How does
someone?
he can't make the determination of who's mentally ill
Right.
standing next to him.
What am I supposed to do if you're a threat to the people around us? Frickin' ask if you're on drugs first?
Right.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
said-
frickin' put you in a chokehold.
This is all
and hold you.
political too, because it was
course it is. Fight against
Alvin
the flag.
Braggs that
Well, yeah, he's
yeah.
too.
Oh, you see, the mayor gave a speech at a law graduation, and a bunch of the students turned their back on him and
Yeah.
wouldn't even face him during for the mayor that was speaking because of that.
Yeah, and there's so you guys know who Michelle Goh is? You guys never heard that name? Killed in New York City, pushed in front of a subway train coming. Guess the ethnicity of the suspect. You
Is
heard
this a
about
black on Asian crime?
you heard about the
Actually, I did hear about somebody getting
the ER doctor
that
in
regularly
California.
happens.
The ER doctor in California, where a guy in a car just purposely random. He was in the crosswalk. They had a red light.
Yeah,
He's
on his
crossing,
bike, right? Yeah.
and this guy just purposely plowed into him. Fucking guy went. They have it on camera. The guy went flying through the intersection. When the guy pulled over and got a knife and started stabbing the guy, saying racist slurs. Just the ethnicity of that guy. You know.
I can bet you it's black on Asian crime.
You don't see no upright. You don't. First of all, the media doesn't feed us that. That story gets just buried. And second, where's the public outcry?
right here on this podcast.
Well, yeah.
Public, and then now
you
you
got
have
to be not afraid to talk about it. That's the public
now you have
outcry.
an incident that we're not clear exactly what happened that day on the subway with the Marine and the Michael Jackson in person. We're not really clear. I mean, there's video evidence that kind of is in favor of the Marine, but all of a sudden, we just hear white guy, black guy. Black guy's dead.
It must be race motivated.
Yeah.
Well, did you see there was a video of
Give me a break.
black dude on the subway, actually on the train or whatever, ended up punching some white girl in the face, and no one helped.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because of that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I think
they're
you're
afraid
right.
if they retaliate, they're going to be one getting
there's-
charges put on
But
that.
look at this
This-
guy, this
I mean,
Michael Jackson impersonator too, had like 42 other previous run-ins with the law.
Yeah.
And some of them were violent, and some of them weren't. But nonetheless, sooner or later, something was going to kill him.
Right. It's scary
And
because
it
when,
just so happened to be this was the crime that killed him.
when you talk about narrative and you acknowledge the fact that those exist, right? And the media is out there driving those no different than they always have. But the technology continues to improve, right? They've got AI, and the AI continues to improve. So it just makes it easier to really geographically screen what the perception of a community is of the world around them.
Right.
I mean, they've got better control of propaganda today than the government has ever had in any country ever. And the funny
Absolutely.
thing is that they give it as a gift. It's like, here, it's the internet. It's free information that people who live in the mud don't
would you
have.
I think a lot of this too is exasperated by or even created by social media.
For
Prior to
sure.
say like 2008,
100%.
shit like this didn't happen.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
nearly as frequently, or at least wasn't presented to us as frequently.
Right.
So cell phones are a big problem. I'm seriously this close to going back to a flip phone.
Right.
So sorry, I can't text you. Call me. You want to talk to me? Call me.
Right.
I got a phone on me. You can get a hold of me if you need to.
Well, I mean, there's a ton of different narratives going on.
I'll tell
right?
you the other reason why.
She told him
because
take a chill pill.
Oh,
He
did
said,
she?
"Say it again." She said, "Take a chill
in
pill."
my office, we can't have cell phones.
And nobody did it.
Do you know how much more productive I am when I don't have this constant
Oh,
leash
for
on me?
sure. Yeah.
Like distracting me. It's
Well,
this little
and
freaking
especially-
computer distracting you. When I'm at work, I'm freaking dialed in and I just go. When I have this and I'm working from home, it's like I got to start work like 18 times a day.
Sorry
Well, we
sorry
literally-
about sending you those messages with videos on them, Mike.
No, I'm just my point is that technology is part of the downfall of humanity.
No, it absolutely that whole scrolling through the social feeds absolutely
Turning on the
especially
lights.
for 3 generations of ADHD kids. It stimulates the dopamine. It keys in, which again,
Dude.
it isn't like they learned that. This was part of the
That's,
part of the
No,
design.
it's part of the design. I challenge any one of you on one of your days off, just freaking shut your phone off and put it down for
Oh,
the
it's
whole day.
fantastic.
Right.
When I forget
And
my
then
phone
see
at
how
home.
much shit you get done. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
When you leave your phone at home and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit. I actually said it one time when I went into a store and I'm like, you know, I came in here and I freaking bought all this stuff and I left my phone in my truck and I survived.
Yeah.
And the clerk's like, isn't that amazing? I'm like, yeah.
I did that a lot when I went down to Florida in March.
But we are the last generation that we are the last
absolutely.
generation that remembers life without cell phones.
Well, we're the last generation that was done with education before the internet.
Yeah.
That's like the
I mean, well, like basic education, right?
I didn't have my
Education.
first computer until I was 22 years old.
I bought mine after I returned from being deployed.
mine was a 8.
I was out of the Air Force when I bought mine. Because I went back to school. What's
I mean,
that?
I had a Commodore Amiga and stuff like that, but to actually like,
I didn't
buy a
need one till I
computer
went back
use
to
it
college.
as a
Yeah, I think I got
computer,
my first one in 2001 or 2.
I used
I
to
had a
give,
super fast 700 megahertz processor.
Mine was like the mid 80s, 85, 86 or something like that.
Well, my parents had
85.
stuff that had word processing software on it.
Right.
Like we had an Apple Macintosh.
Yep.
Right. And then like you either had an Apple Macintosh or you had an IBM.
Yeah.
But that was your word processing software back then.
Right. Yeah, and
There was no
I lived in
internet.
an area where there was a lot of like Martin Marietta before Lockheed Martin. A lot of kids had parents that worked for government contracts and stuff like that. So there were a lot of computers.
They should
in the area, but-
become Amish, because that's kind of like their religious structure is. They're not against technology, but they're against things that take away from family time, from communicating just with the family.
It's not just that.
So-
It's like the narrative that's being sold to you versus your free thinking. It's the fact
Well,
that people can't critically think anymore. It's the fact that they have a false idea of what sex is supposed to be like because
So-
of the freaking abundant amount of porn.
So this way,
This is all dangerous things. This is the way it's worked against
China
us.
has restrictions on TikTok in their country.
Oh no, their stuff is educational. Their TikTok's educational.
Yeah, if
It's not
you're
a bunch of
under the
booty
age
shaking.
of 8 or something, you
They can only watch this podcast, and that's it.
Yeah, they're limited amount of time that they can be on TikTok, and they can't be after 9 o'clock or I don't remember, but they have restrictions on it.
Yeah.
because
And
I know that.
they created it to brainwash the rest of the world, basically.
Right. Right.
It's psychological warfare, 100%.
Right. Well,
So,
because
and I do think it should be banned in this country.
One of the worst things it does, one of the best things that social media does is give a platform to people who don't have a voice. And one of the worst things
Like
it
this
does
podcast?
is give a platform to people who have an already inflated voice.
You didn't mention
Taking
cat
people
videos.
that
What about cat
represent a
videos?
certain subset of the population.
Have I showed you
and
these ones I
bound
saved
determined to
on
make
here?
It sound like it's a quarter of the population that care.
But I mean, even look
It's
at
like
like your
10%
Instagram,
or
like all these people that live in these lavish lifestyles. These 20-year-old kids
Right.
that got Lamborghinis. They don't fucking
Right.
own those Lamborghinis.
Right. Yeah.
So they're selling
What?
this false idea. They're renting them, if that, for the day.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's just-
especially in like the
What about the
gaming- you
Island
get all these
Boys?
gaming streamers.
So
right?
it gives a false idea of what easy money is.
Right.
So now everyone wants to be an Instagram influencer. We don't need Instagram influencers.
Right.
We need electricians. We need fucking plumbers. We need people who can do real work.
People who aren't afraid to go into the office.
People who aren't afraid to go into an office. Exactly. Or go door-to-door sales, for crying out loud.
Need more Dan Bilzerians.
So
Yeah.
what's that?
And McAfee's.
Yeah.
I did see an article, and I didn't read the entire
guess that
story.
was
Just
my
saw the
rant.
headline that Gen Z. There's a lot of Gen Zers that are buying old school dumb phones
Yeah.
I'm
because they're trying to
going to
unplug.
start doing it too.
Yeah.
What's
First
Gen
of all,
Z?
I don't like the bulk of the phone in my
I
pocket.
don't know what the dates are on Gen Z.
Start the
2000
bricks.
something.
1985 brick.
Or maybe
Motorola
it's
brick.
there's like a mash between Gen Z and millennials, gaylenials, or something like that. I don't
I'm a
know what it
millennial.
is.
You're an anal.
Are you a millennial? You're not a millennial, are you?
Yeah, he's considered
Born in
millennial.
86.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
think it
Okay.
starts at
Back in, like,
81 or
81.
80 or
Yeah.
something like that.
So what
Or,
are?
yeah, maybe 80.
I should have known.
I think the rest of us are X.
I'm a slacker, just like the rest
I'm a
of
Gen Xer.
Well, you're a boomer.
Gen X.
them. A boomer.
Yeah,
Nah,
maybe.
I'm the oldest one here. But yeah, we're X.
Don't assume
Gen
my
X.
generation.
I identify with the
I
Gen
saw
Zers.
My pronouns are I'm
Like this?
and old.
It's like
I saw a meme the other day. Someone said something like, I want to drop a Gen Zer off in 1986 and see how long they survive.
I just want to see how long they
What a
survive
world.
after the first time they get on a bike from back then and it smacks them in the fucking shins when they miss the pedal.
Or what happens when
They're done for life.
the
at
old
that
school
point.
days where you made a ramp out of whatever the hell you could
Oh,
make
yeah,
a
me
ramp
and my
out of.
brothers.
Plywood with
And then you
nails in it.
freaking the times where you went to go off that ramp super high speed and the ramp collapsed and
Yeah,
you
the ramp
crashed,
would fall apart.
damn near killed yourself.
or
That shit
dodgeball.
was
Remember
awesome.
dodgeball? Getting fucking beamed right in the face.
Air.
Bing!
Yeah.
With that fucking red rubber ball.
But you know what? It toughens you up. Fuck it. We didn't die.
We used
I
to-
don't feel abused.
Yeah. We used to
This is
chase
my,
each
did,
other
did,
with
did I
Roman
talk about my
candles,
old yeller theory?
pellet guns.
Yeah.
Did I ever mention it? My
Your
old
buddy's
yeller
still got a pellet in his knee.
theory. Did I ever talk about that?
I don't know.
Well-
So
was that
so
the-
Old Yeller theory. You know from the Walt Disney movie
one
Old
is
Yeller. Old Yeller.
Right.
So like we were like little kids when the did the Wonderful World of Disney Sunday
Oh, the
afternoon.
Disney Channel is
Uh-huh.
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, like
it was like
Back then, it was
it
awesome.
was like one of the
they
three
had Tron,
channels.
they
DuckTales?
premiered, like,
But
Tron and-
so Old Yeller came on one week, and then everyone fucking holy fuck the dog! You had to shoot the dog. The dog died, right? And that fucked us up. You know, we're like 7 years old or whatever. Everyone's talking about it at school the next day. But the point of that story is a coming of age. Is like there comes a point where you got to be rational about what you do. It's not about your emotions. So that guy had to shoot the dog.
Yeah.
He had to, no matter how much he didn't want to.
Yeah.
But now, with the next generation of kids, now that we have kids, a lot of them would block Old Yeller. They wouldn't let their kids watch it because it was tragic when we watched it.
Right.
But it's like no.
But that's a valuable lesson.
Your
Yeah,
kids
I
need
mean-
to watch. Like Allison, when she was like 12 years old, I made her watch it, and then we talked about it after. I mean, she was fucking bawling her.
Oh, well, of course. Absolutely,
and
dude.
we're
She's a
talking
kid
about
watching
it.
this shit.
Yeah, and
I'm
we're
gonna go
talking.
download it tonight and show it to my kids.
I still cry when I watch it.
the 3-year-old
Yeah.
and 5-year-old.
Yeah.
I masturbate when I watch it, so that's why I need 2 tissues.
I remember crying. I remember crying when the first Transformers movie came out in the '80s when Optimus Prime died.
Prime died.
That's
I
actually.
was so sad.
Yeah, when they did the live action Transformers, he was actually they're supposed to follow that story.
Oh, were they
but,
really?
But they decided not to. They decided to keep Optimus Prime. But yes, I fucking teared
I was
up.
like, what the fuck? I had to go home and throw my Optimus away. I was like,
I hated
I-
Rodimus Prime. What a jackass.
I laid in a spoon position all night with my fucking Optimus Prime.
I was like, who wrote this bullshit movie?
Fucking Japanese. You heartless.
They haven't been able to hit each
Soulless
other the
fuckers.
whole time it's been on
Fucking
TV.
ruined my life.
No, but there's a valuable lesson and lesson, and that's what is basically an adult and a child. An adult has rational thinking, or they learn to be rational and not just follow their emotions on everything.
Think about it too. Another Disney movie is Bambi, right? And then like the hunter goes and kills Bambi. Oh, he's a bad hunter. Until you learn how delicious venison is. Then you go,
Get it, man.
dude,
Get it.
screw that. I'm gonna eat every bit of this deer because it's delicious.
It's like,
Yeah, my
this is Bambi sacrifices.
veal. I don't care that it's a little animal or what. I suffered no moral complications.
Hey.
of eating
It's like
veal.
that
Do you know how
stripper.
severe the overpopulation is? If you don't.
It's like the stripper. It's like, why they call you Bambi? Because a hunter shot my dad when I was little.
Oh god.
So I give her 20.
Bambi's
So
a
bad.
dude's name, so
I know, it's exactly a guy. What was the Bambi's love interest in that? What was her name? They met as fawn. They were like fawns, right?
jerky.
yeah,
And then the Thumper was the rabbit, right? Thumper
yeah.
jerky.
Or Stinky was the skunk. Oh no, wait, maybe I'm thinking of the
Vixen.
dwarf.
Venison? I don't know.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But no, you're right. There were a little bit more
Sounds awesome.
lessons though in these movies. Now kids are more sheltered, even more, and then They get
There were
this
a lo-
falsehood, and they get to be adults, and they don't even know what to do.
You remember that
Yeah.
Disney movie where we learned that we could kiss on a chick that's passed out? You remember that one?
I remember when we watched Weird Science and learned we could make
Is
our
that a whole movie?
we could make our own chick with a
Take
dial-up modem. So
They put bras on our heads.
that was part of it. Freaking Weird Science was great.
Oh, I love that movie.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
What movie was that? Snow White?
Yeah. Right.
You can make out with a.
They're fucking drinking alcohol.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alcohol drinking with the miners. She was over
One
there
of
with the
those.
miners.
Well, Snow
partying with
White
the
too,
miners.
right? Snow
Yeah.
White. She was passed out in that too because she got all high
Snow
on
White,
the apple.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
bit the apple.
Fucking
Was it
lightweight.
poisonous or was it just like make her
Had
hot?
a
She was a
spell or
lightweight.
something.
Yeah. Who is the
was a
fairest one
spell.
of all? No, what was that? That was Sleeping Beauty. Snow
No,
White.
That was Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
Yep.
Okay, that was Snow White.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out on a limb,
Or maybe.
and say there might be.
You got me
some
confused now.
Psychoactive chemicals involved in some of Disney's films.
Like maybe Alice in Wonderland, perhaps. Maybe the writers were on some psychedelic.
White
That
Rabbit.
show is fucked with
Aladdin.
one Johnny Depp in it.
No, the cartoon one
original
even.
one's a good one.
Yeah.
One with Johnny Depp was fucking out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two of them, right?
I don't know.
Well, Johnny Depp only
least the
plays
one.
out there characters anyway because he's
Yeah.
kind of out there. But
Yeah.
the best movie I ever saw him in was the court case with him and what's her name,
Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
That movie.
There was some of the best Johnny Depp material in that. So I found it pretty entertaining.
All right. Anything else? We're gonna wrap this.
Okay, we're at 50 minutes, 60 minutes. Holy shit. We're not going to have enough for
Man.
another pod, dude.
Nick dominated that podcast too, boy.
Hey, he told a couple stories.
Stars. All right. Hey, thanks
Yeah.
for watching, guys.
Cool. Yeah.
And,
Hey, like, subscribe, tell everybody about us. And next time we'll have
Share.
a theme song, hopefully.
As good as it gets.
So, see you guys next time. Thanks
It
again,
doesn't
guys.
get any better. Trust me. Peace out. Yeah, it's my last podcast. I fucking clear.
Welcome back to the Al's Last Podcast
I-
podcast.
Are we going to do that game of crackers that we talked about?
Whoa.
You said you'd explain the rules to us?
I think it was called Fucking Crackers.
I just had some high school.
Ever since you saw Revenge of the
High
Nerds?
school?
Yeah.
I got one from when I was in the military, but I don't know that I got
This
one
was from before I was
High school.
born. Are you like that?
Yeah, I got one from before my dad was born.
It's from 12 BC.
I had
When
I
they
bought
did
an auction that Jesus
Chip
Christ owns.
transistors out of wood.
But mine came from Moses.
Yeah, mine came from Adam.
God hand me this. Alright, we got like 2 hours on that fucking card there.
Ready, go.
Then we better have 2 freaking
You better
1 hour
set the clock
podcasts.
for
2
50
quality hours.
50 minutes.
50 minutes on the countdown timer.
Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.